listening to Phantasm Podcast, a horror death metal podcast for the old school. Join your hosts Corey Gorkreis and Dr. Vincent West as they stuff horror movie reviews and death metal interviews all in one body bag. Listen on iTunes, subscribe on YouTube, and like on Facebook, and head over to StageDiverRadio.com for more.
What's up, everybody? Max Cavalera here, Soulfly. You listen to the Phantasm Podcast. Stay metal. Boy.
Phantasm.
Here we go! Another day, another strike! Here we go! It's the living sacrifice! Here we go! I get your bullshit word! Insane! I am the blade from barrel womb. Is this mankind insane? From barrel womb. Is this mankind? Guard your eyes into your heart. Slowly you'll get trending away. Try in vain, figure it out. I figured this is the way.
Dr. Vincent West with the Phantasm Podcast with Corey Gorkreis.
What's up?
We're here today with one of our heroes. We're here with Max Cavalera. How you doing, man?
Thank you. Good to be here, man.
Awesome. It's a pleasure to have you here. Then you're touring with Nile right now. How's that going?
Fantastic, man. It's a great package. You know, I think really interesting to the combination of the two bands. We're so different, but it works really good because it just makes for a great night of metal. You know, we both commemorate 20 years.
Yeah, the first Soulfly record.
First Soulfly came out in 98, Catacombs came out in 98, you know,
awesome.
So there's some history between us, you know, and that's not counting Sepultura and
Sure.
Nailbomb and
Yeah.
all the other goodies, you know, but their tour is going great, man. You know, I love watching them every night. They're great guys. And we have local bands also, so yeah, man, I couldn't be happier, man. We're playing a lot of old stuff, which is I think a lot of fans really like. A lot of stuff from the first record.
Awesome.
Some Dark Ages, Prophecy.
You say a lot of prophecy stuff.
Yeah, so you know, it's kind of cool. My son made a Instagram post at the beginning of the tour asking the fans what they wanted to hear, and there was a lot of stuff out of Prophecy, a lot of stuff out of Dark Ages, and the early stuff.
Right.
So we kind of make a set based on that. But
Awesome.
it's going great.
That's awesome. Like a straight up fan set list, basically.
Pretty
Follow
much.
everything.
It's like, you know, it's what the fans want to hear, and you know, like even though I love Archangel, I thought Archangel was a great record.
Yeah, I loved it.
It's unfortunately we're not playing off Archangel, not as of yet. We might, you know, I like to add maybe Bethlehem's Blood later, or Titans or Sodomites, you know, but
It's a killer, yeah.
for right now it's just a lot of more older stuff.
Right. That's good. That's awesome.
Fans are loving it, and we're having a great time.
Got some primitive stuff in there too.
Yeah, Back to the Primitive, Rise of the Fallen, you know, and then we added Fire and Pohada together, which is really cool.
That's awesome, man.
And then man, so it's going great. We're very, very excited for tonight. It's going to be a great show. Hope we can do Mars too, because we did Mars the other night, and it was great. We did flamenco guitar, you know.
Cool.
That's
crazy.
It's just a cool part of the show that's kind of like not
Right.
trashing. You know, it breaks down to like a part of the show that's really musical.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
it's really kind of cool to watch. You know,
Well, with a band like Nile too, I mean, very music oriented. Like they're just crazy to listen to and watch, and so it's cool to have Soulfly on there also.
we're trying to do some other stuff.
Yeah,
Different
that's
stuff.
awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. And then you wrapped up Nailbomb tour like before this tour, correct?
Yeah.
And how was that, the reception of those?
It was good, man. It was underground as hell. You know, it was like
Yeah.
really small place, like a lot of Canadian shows.
Yeah.
17 of them, I think, were Canada. You know, so
Right.
we never been in Canada for that long, man. It was crazy. So like I joke, I say by the time we get out of here, we're all gonna be talking with the Canadian accents. You know, because we were there for so long.
Right.
That's
But
awesome.
It was a great tour we had. Today's the day.
Yeah.
You know, and the great guys. And like I said, it was more underground. This is a
Sure.
little bigger, like bigger venues.
Right.
So yeah, we're just having fun. You know, we got the new record coming out in July, so we're very
it's
excited
amazing.
for that.
It's awesome, man. Congrats on that too. I mean,
Thank you.
Some nail bomb. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Right, Max. Last year we saw you with touring Cavalera Conspiracy with Immolation. That was really cool.
Yeah, Return to Roots with Immolation Full of Hell.
It was
you know.
really cool. Yeah. You guys did it was pretty sick.
Yeah, like I
version
say,
of that was
I
good.
love the package that we're doing. You know, like this one is great. Soulfly had a couple really cool ones. You know, with Battlecross, Suffocation.
Yeah.
You know, and then of course that one, Return to Roots with Immolation Full of Hell, was amazing. You know,
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. It just keeps it interesting and exciting for the fans. I think when you mix. And there's so many great bands out there, you know, that we can keep doing this package for a long time.
Yeah, sure,
you know. But I haven't even toured for Cavalera yet, so I think I
Yeah.
hope we can do some of that too, because a lot of people like the record. Like Psychosis was a lot of
I
people
liked it a lot, yeah.
enjoy it, you know, and we haven't had a chance to tour for that yet. So hopefully
Right.
it's also coming in the future projects.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Well, we're looking forward to that, definitely.
And go back in time here with you. Let's go back all the way back to the start. Talk about how Sepultura came about for you.
Really was kind of my second band. I had one band before that, Top of the Shock, like kind of like combat troops, translated from Portuguese. And then before we kind of even know how to play, like Igor was a good drummer already. You know, he always was a good drummer, but
Right.
I couldn't play guitar for shit. We had the name, you know. I
Right.
named the band Sepultura out of Motorhead song, "Dancing on Your Grave." You know,
It's awesome.
That's awesome.
and yeah, little by little we tried a couple different lineups, and we settled with Gyro on guitar, which was a really good guitar player at that time. He could play like Merciful Fate and shit like that. And we working and started working, got a deal with Cogumelo, and got to work on the first EP, Bastard Devastation, that came out in '83, I think, you know.
Right.
And that's we just never stopped since then. You just, you know, like dropped school. Told my mom I don't want to go to school anymore. I just want to just play metal. That's
Play
all I
some
want to
fucking
do.
metal, that's right.
But at that time we couldn't still had to have jobs, you know. So
Sure.
that's asshole factory jobs that we hated, you know. We put all the anger into the metal, you know. So
It's
that's why
definitely
the
angry.
early stuff is really angry, you know. So
Well, the first video I ever saw growing up was Inner Self, and I went out and bought it the next day because
yeah.
I'd always watch Headbangers Ball on Saturday night, and then we go to the mall and buy cassettes and vinyl and stuff the next day. And
Yeah, Inner Self was the first video we actually did. You know,
Okay.
Like the early records, we didn't have money to make videos, you know, so it's we only made maybe like demos, you know. We did a demo for From the Past Comes a Storm from Schizophrenia with the wrong English. It was called The Past Reborn, The Storms, which is like wrong English.
Right.
I didn't even know at the time. And then Schizophrenia came out. It was really the first record we kind of had a lot of input on the structure of the songs and stuff like that. And then we had a break, and then we got signed with Roadrunner. And the first was the idea was they were really kind of like sign a band from Brazil. They didn't know what to do with it, so
Right.
like we gotta get a producer, you know. And the first name that was Jeff Waters from Annihilator was supposed to produce Beneath the Remains, but
Right.
for some reason he couldn't do it. And then Scott Burns came into the picture, which was great because he was like right at the, you know, he wasn't like the death metal producer yet, but he was on the verge of it, you know.
Right.
So he had all the knowledge of double bass and, you know, just awesome. And so work with somebody.
Understood what was
The
going
other
on,
records, we didn't have anything like nobody like that to help us. And this time we had Scott, you know. So we did it in Brazil, and it was great.
Awesome.
And Beneath the Remains came out, and a lot of people really like it, you know.
Sick.
I thought it was a pretty good record, especially on the vocals and lyrics. I think it was a big step forward. Inner Self, specifically, it's a different kind of song. Nothing wrong with the earlier stuff. I mean, like Morbid Division is all great, but we were really ripping off European black metal bands at that time. Just Battery, you know, Hellhammer, you know, and then with stuff like Inner Self, it's more us like finding our own sound and our own way of expressing ourselves, you know.
I've always
And
wanted
then opened the doors for.
ask you something right there about that period. We've talked about this a bunch on our podcast. I've been dying to ask you this my whole life. Do you consider, because I do, as a fan, I always felt like you guys rode the line between like death metal and thrash, because it felt more, you know, it was really nasty, your vocals and, you know, the speed of it and everything. It felt like, I mean, do you feel like you did? I feel like you all were, I mean, riding that line with it. I mean, are they a death metal band? Are they a thrash band?
We like both, so I think we just combine both.
Yeah.
I mean,
you guys are a little too,
you know,
almost fast for thrash.
Because I love
heavy.
I love all the death metal stuff that, you know, we're listening to, you know, Morbid Angel, Death, Obituary, Deicide, you know, Sadus, Possessed, Dark Angel, and then, but we also like Nuclear Assault and you know, Old Testament and you know, Slayer and Creator, you know, and so let's just combine what we love, play what we love. So that's why it came out like that, you know. But you know, I think like if you go back in time, really Morbid Visions is really
black metal,
more black metal influence, you know. Like even what we were listening to a lot of Battery at that time, you know.
When you jump to Schizophrenia, which I love, it's just like it's completely different. But it's still, you know,
it became more technical. We could do the riffs are a little bit more technical.
That's an amazing. I love that record, man. I really do.
But yeah, I always loved the mix. And in fact, the last Cavalera record, Psychosis, is actually just that mix, death metal and thrash metal.
Sure.
Which he put two together, I think is really great. I love listening to death metal, but sometimes when you put a good thrash metal on, like Power Trip, you know, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You know, or Municipal Waste or something, you know, Toxic Holocaust, a good thrash record. It's like there's something there that's like really killer.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? And then of course, you know, if you listen to Suffocation or Blood Incantation, you know, that's always great death metal. You know.
Yeah.
Sure.
We just decided to combine both, and on the new Soulfly, it actually goes one step further. It's I've been nicknaming kind of tribal death thrash because he's got tribal and he's got death metal and thrash metal, you know, all
that
in
works.
one.
Yeah. I
So
like
it's
that.
even more beyond the mix keeps going, you know.
Right.
So yeah, I mean it's all good. It's all metal in the end of the day, you know. Like I'm a metalhead. I love metal. I love listening to metal.
Oh yeah.
Playing metal is what we do. It's our life, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Back to Beneath the Remains. Now, did you all do any touring in the U.S. on that tour? What for that record?
Yeah, we did one little one with Faith or Fear. So it was a small band. We were in a van with them, and very small venues, maybe like for 200 people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was cool. You know, it was the first time in the U.S. We met the guys from Suffocation on that tour.
Awesome.
That's
You know, it was cool.
A shout out to Terrence. He's a good
Watch
guy.
it.
Terrence remembers that. You know, he actually came. Somehow there's a story that somebody at Roadrunner found out that he had a van, and we needed somebody to pick us up from the airport, and he was the one they ended up doing,
Terrence said that's right.
picking us up. You know, and we ended up hanging out with them. It was great. You
Nice.
know? Yeah, you know, it was cool. I think I like the older tours that came later, especially SOS, Sepultura Obituary Sadist. That was a awesome tour. That was an awesome lineup. And then, of course, New Titles on the Block. You know, Sepultura, Cigarette, Fudge. I mean, Sick of It All, Napalm Death.
That's awesome.
And then we did Sepultura, Fudge Tunnel, Clutch, Fear Factory.
That's something funny.
Those are all great
In
packages.
Germany, you toured with Motorhead and Morbid Angel.
Yes.
How was
Metal
that?
Christmas.
That's amazing.
It was a Christmas shows. Andreas broke his arm, so he couldn't go. So we had the guy from Chorus just play guitar.
Huh.
It was great. You know, I love all those packages, man. You know, those are that's what we're trying to do more. I think we're trying. Right now it's been down to only 2, but I want to like maybe later bring more to be kind of more like New Title on the Block and mix more. You know, maybe
Right.
Yeah, sure.
maybe with hardcore and death metal on the mix.
I think that's a good, you know,
really cool
bridge for the newer kids too to learn all types of that stuff.
different vibes, different variety, and everybody,
Right, yeah.
you know, gets a great night of metal in the end.
Arise, I remember, I saw you several times. I saw you with Ozzy here.
Yeah,
You remember that over at the Coliseum?
yeah.
Yeah, on his No More Tours thing with Alice in Chains. I saw you guys there.
Yeah.
And then I saw you also with Ministry and Helmet at
That
the
was
Masquerade. and
Chaos.
everything.
That was Chaos.
Yeah, that was correct. Yeah, Chaos AD, it was Chaos AD. Yeah, correct. And then I saw you with Pantera on that tour as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Arise tour was the longest tour we did. I think it was like 16 months.
That's our favorite album.
Oh yeah.
We went to Indonesia, Australia, Japan, Russia, you know, first time in Russia. It was great. Indonesia was out of control. Like 30,000 people on each show, and like riots and shit like that. It was
Yeah.
burning buses outside the venue, man, you know,
It's a
fucking
notorious tour for sure.
insanity, you know. Yeah, so I remember those Ozzy shows. It was so hard to play those shows because nobody in the front liked us. In the back, the people were having fun, you know. But I remember like all like, you know, big biker dudes with just like Ozzy shirt with a beer, like
They weren't. They
like
weren't
looking at me like I'm from Mars, you know.
They just
What's
weren't.
this guy doing? And I'm like, Arise,
Yeah.
you know, like we're having fun. We're
You know,
doing
like
it.
you know, nowadays
You all
they're
killed it
probably
over that. I'll
like,
never forget
Yeah.
that. I mean, it was like, and I remember that not because Lane's leg was broke. He was on like crutches.
Yeah.
But you all slayed it, man. I mean, I remember we got there early and you all were just fucking killing it.
We just do what we do, you know.
Yeah.
No matter what. You know,
I saw you all in here at this venue.
Oh, okay.
That would have Arise as well. And I don't know if that was before the Ozzy show or after.
Yeah.
But that's the only time you all ever played in there under the Sepultura moniker that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great, man. You know, like all those touring really built. It just made us better and better to make better records. You know, the more you tour, the better you get. You know, that's
Absolutely.
and it's still true to today. You know, the more you tour, the better shape you get,
Yeah.
sharper you get, more ideas you get. You know, more creative you get. Touring is fucking great, man. I love it. I love touring. I know. If I could just stay on tour, I would not even have a house. I would just leave. I would just leave on the buzz, man. You know?
Right. Yeah,
I
that's
love
amazing.
it here so much.
It's
you
really
know?
cool too, you know, because I like traveling and stuff like that, and you know, I know a lot of people that don't. They hate it. They get homesick. They do all that stuff.
I get tour sick. I go home. I want to go on tour.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What am I doing here? There's
Right.
nothing to do in this house. I want to go back on tour. Give me something to do.
And you don't hear that too often, so that's really
it's
cool.
more the opposite. He's like,
Yeah, you
people
usually
like
hear
when I'm
people want to
homesick,
go
"Oh,
home.
go home. You know,
Right.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
I want to stay on the road.
That's awesome, man.
And so we got a lot of touring this year, so I'm happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're looking forward to everything, man. The Soulfly, it's gonna be fucking sick, and
Yeah.
Cavalera will definitely
Hopefully
come
we
back
can
out
tour
and see
for
you guys
that.
do that. That'd be great, you know.
So yeah, I mean, like, I love a lot of the package that we did, and then we had a lot of breaks, which is like the thing that I never forget is the bands that help us. Ministry, Pantera, Ozzy was great, man. You know, like real friendly to me and my wife, and
Good.
we went to his house for dinner and stuff. Which
That's
I,
awesome.
if you would have tell the teenage Max he's gonna go to Ozzy's house for dinner, I would have shit my pants.
Right. Left school
I would
sooner.
have said, "No way, you're full of shit," you know. But it happened, man. You know, so it's a lot of dreams do come true, man. It's crazy, man. You know, it's just like you gotta believe on it. And you know, it's what's cool about metal, like this life, is like we pick the hard. You know, there's like the easy way, which is like, you know, make a big record, pop songs or whatever.
Sure.
You know, and then there's the hard way, which is like the way we went. You know, which is like a lot of work. You know, not a lot of advertising, no TV, no radio, none of that shit. You gotta build the fan base on your own type shit, you know. Which today is different with the internet, you know. But still, I believe in really in touring, like live. Nothing compares to live experience,
Right.
And you know, playing live is the best feeling. Is where it's at.
Oh, definitely,
you know?
definitely.
Like, that's what we do. What we do, you know.
Definitely.
To play the stuff live and get the reaction that we get, you know. So, all those records get, you know, it was a lot of good touring for a lot of that, you know. Like I say, the Titans tour, then the Fudge Tunnel tour was great, and then Roots came out. We did a tour in Europe with Fudge Tunnel, you know, which was like end up later. At the time of Kids, they ended up doing Nail Bomb,
Right.
you know. Paradise Lost, that was a big European tour.
That's awesome.
The Roots tour was like 5,000 to 10,000 people every night.
Awesome.
At that point, which was great. But I kind of like the smaller places better.
Sure.
I like places like this.
Yeah.
Sure.
To me, I think my kind of music is best for this kind of.
Yeah.
You know, the festivals are great and all, and those shows were really cool. But sometimes it's just too big, kind of loses something. You know?
It's just more intimate to be in a club or something.
Yeah,
We
club.
saw Megadeth here, and that was awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
Somebody
like
like, you know, like that, you know.
you don't get to see that every day, so
No,
that's it's a special feeling, you know.
Definitely, yeah.
So I prefer this kind of
Yeah.
stuff, like more than anything else. I think
Sure.
that's where you're closer to your fans. You can talk shit, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
hear them talk shit, you know. And
It's
so,
fun, yeah. You know, I'll tell you a funny story. Ozzy hasn't played here since you played with him with Typo Negative here in '96. He's never been back.
Okay.
That was the last time. I just thought I'd tell you that was over at Thompson Bowling Arena here. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it was the last time.
Wow.
It's
That's
wild.
crazy. Yeah.
Well, you know, I don't think he doesn't like playing here because this was his last show with Randy was here. At the
Oh,
Coliseum.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he
wow.
didn't die, but this was the last show, and then he died in Florida.
Then the
whatever.
accident happened. Wow. Yeah.
Which is
that's
crazy. So he don't play here. A lot of people don't know that. But yeah, and this venue, when you guys played back here, back in it would have been '91. It was probably right when Arise came out. Because I'm thinking it was before you played here with Ozzy. I think the first time with Alice in Chains and stuff. But that venue, Death's played in here, and Venom, and this is back in like '91, '92.
A lot of good shows here, man.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And Slayer played here the first time in '98, like they had never played.
Yeah,
here.
we were here with Crowbar. I think I remember.
Yeah,
last
yeah,
time.
yeah. I think it was
I
Crowbar.
think it was Crowbar, which was great. That's another great tour, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome.
So many good tours, man. You know.
The shitty thing about that, June 8th, this place is closing, like for good.
Oh,
So they've
really?
gone through so many different owners and stuff, and they've kept the venue up. And it's been here for so long, the actual building, but I think they're
It's changed hands a
wiping it.
bunch, but I guess they're turning it into
So the last
apartments
show,
or something.
the last show here is going to be Testament and Anthrax. So at least they closed with a pretty good one.
Yeah.
But not a lot of metal comes through here nowadays. But they've been getting some good stuff to finish it, I guess. So it's kind of sad, you know. It's been here for quite a while.
Do you guys have other places to play?
We always
Well,
go
I mean, I
up to
live in
Atlanta.
Florida, so I've got
Yeah.
stuff I can go to there.
But when we meet up, we always go up to Atlanta.
yeah,
Okay.
So they'll go to the Masquerade.
Masquerade,
That's where
which
you
I'm
guys
sure,
played
yeah.
last night.
Yeah, yeah.
we go to that place. Man, that thing. What do you think of the new Masquerade? Do you like it?
Yeah, it's cool.
I think
You
it's
know?
pretty neat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the same. You know, they say the old one. Funny story. Terrence and Derek were telling us from Suffocation that place was haunted. Like they were
Yeah.
in there, fucking
Yeah.
telling us all this weird
Just
shit.
the old
I heard
Masquerade
that
was
too.
haunted
I
too.
heard that too. Yeah.
Because the old Masquerade
That was
has been
pretty
there
funny.
since like the 1800s.
Yeah. I think they're it's like a tourist kind of place now. You can go and visit and
Yeah.
do a little tour of it.
Yeah.
But we had fun, man. We had a great show last night. Every night was a tour. I just love playing with Nile, and hopefully we get do some jamming with them. That's what we it's the only thing about this tour that sucks. We get sound check, man. Like every day, I think we get late.
Right.
Yeah.
And the shit takes forever to set up.
Yeah,
and
sure.
We don't get a sound check. They don't get a sound check. So
Yeah.
it's hard to like work on songs when you
Yeah.
you
Just
don't
kinda-
sound check.
Right.
But eventually at some point we're gonna get it right, and
Yeah.
we're gonna do some jamming.
Awesome.
What's up, everybody? Max Cavalera here, Soulfly. You listen to the Phantasm podcast. Stay metal. Oi!
Thanks for listening to Phantasm Podcast on State Diver Radio. And remember, stay gory.